It's Lee. Lee's go.
Possession.
Right, box under the desk, Lee. I'd like you to read the card first and then show us what's in there, Lee.
I spent an entire year in a plastic work class at school, and this is the only thing I managed to make.
Plastic work? What is it? What is it?
I don't know. Can we have a look?
Can you bring it up?
What is that, though?
Thank you. It's shit.
You bastard, and I treated your teddy bear with such respect.
What is it, though?
Ironically, it's a luggage tag.
Is it a luggage tag?
It's a keyring.
It's a keyring,
Oh, is it a keyring? What is it?
Are you a big sports fan, eh?
I do follow football.
Yeah, which team do you follow?
I follow Blackburn Rovers.
Blackburn Rovers. Blackburn doesn't begin with an L, does it? What was the LFC?
It was Liberace for Chancellor. It stands for Liverpool Football Club.
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
Why did you make a Liverpool Football Club keyring
Because it
in
was
plastic work?
Because they didn't have blue and white plastic. Blackburn Rovers. They only had red plastic. So I thought, well, I'll give it the Liverpool Football Club because it's red.
Right.
When did you do it? What age were you when you did that? Was it at school then?
No, it was in Broadmoor.
You say it took you a year.
No, a year.
I mean, I've never heard of plastic work.
I know, well, the thing is, in 1982, plastic was the future.
Well, no, I don't in any way disparage plastic. That's fine. I like plastic. Plastic's very useful. But a class at school
called plastic
doing
work.
for plastic work.
Yeah.
How did you cut it? What did you
Not
use?
like that.
I don't think you're in any position to get all haughty about your plastic cutting technique if this is the only evidence we have.
I must say, I don't believe this, but I'd love to know what this object is, who made it and why. But I think we think it's a lie.
Oh, a lie.
Totally.
I think it's a lie. OK, they say it's a lie. Lee, is it a truth or is it a lie?
It is, in fact, true. Plastic work. That was a lesson that never caught on. Plastic work.
Plastic work.
Does anyone else do plastic work?
Did you get marked on that? Was that
Yes, I
submitted
did
for
get marked.
examination?
What was your grade?
I got a 2-1 and we went straight to Oxford. What do you think?
Yes, it's true. I don't know exactly what LFC stands for, but I'm guessing the first word is lazy.
Possession.
Right, there's a box under the desk, Lee. Now, I'd like you to take the item out of the box and hold the object, then read the card out, please.
This is my dibber. I donated it to the British Lawnmower Museum, where it is now a permanent exhibit.
Right. David.
What is a dibber?
What's a dibber? A dibber? That's a good question, David. And would you believe me if I was to say I don't know? But it's a
Yes, I would.
I'll mime it for you.
That's... Yeah.
Could be any of these.
Okay, yeah.
It's to do with gardening.
So what does your dibber do?
Pardon?
What does your dibber do?
Are you Fred Flintstone?
Answer the question. What does your dibber do?
Not 100% sure, but at a guess, I would say that a dibber is for pushing holes in the ground.
Yeah.
And then maybe popping something in there, like a seed.
I see. How did your dibber come to be in the British Lawnmower Museum?
I'll tell you, Inspector Morse. Have you ever been to Southport, my hometown?
I have, yes.
Oh, great. Can I start again?
Yes.
Right. I have never been to the British Lawnmower. I was online.
But it is in Southport.
It is in Southport,
Yeah.
that's true. and I did see it online.
What did you put into Google that came up?
Well, you don't want to know that. But I noticed that on the website there was a bit that said the tools of the rich and famous. Famous tools, that's what I typed in.
There is actually, I do know for a fact that there is a British Lawnmower Museum because I myself have donated a trowel.
You haven't.
I have, honestly, Rob. I donated a trowel.
What is this museum?
Surely they want a lawnmower.
So you saw the Lawnmower Museum online.
Online.
With a list of celebrity artefacts.
There was quite a few. There was Brian May from Queen had given a lawnmower. Joe Pasquale had given a strimmer.
So what happened then?
I thought that'd be a nice thing to do, wouldn't it? Because it's my
Sorry,
hometown.
you saw that and you thought,
I'd like to
I want a
donate.
piece of that.
I want a piece of the action. Prince Charles, he gave something.
This is where the story's falling apart because one is
No,
asked...
that's not where the story's falling apart.
But one is asked to donate to. You don't.
I wanted to donate something. I thought it'd be quite nice to have something of mine because it's my hometown.
So you picked up the phone.
I picked up the... You're still doubting my abilities, are you, Dave?
It's not... It is not your ability to make a phone call.
The man in the phone!
Are you seriously saying that the fact that you could have physically made this phone call means I should believe that you did?
I picked up
You
the
say,
phone.
look, I could have made the call, I'm physically capable, therefore it happened, David, end of story.
I picked up the phone, I phoned them up, I said, I'd like to donate something. They said, what have you got? I said, Dibber.
You knew its name.
Well, actually, yes.
You knew its name, but you didn't know what it was for.
That's actually not true. I said...
So what did you say?
I took advice before the phone call.
From whom?
From who?
From whom?
I'm not doing it if you put an M at the end.
All right, from who?
Thank you. Who's putting the M at the end? Do you know what I mean? No one anymore.
Who
no
did
one.
you take advice from?
I shall tell you.
You found a thing in the shed, you didn't know you owned it, you didn't
Yes.
know what it was. Who did you ask about it?
You want to know from who?
I want to know who you asked about that object in order to find out what it was called.
I shall tell you.
Well, please.
David Tennant, or as I call him, Doctor Who.
You asked... You asked Doctor Who.
Doctor Who.
Who did you ask?
Tom Baker.
There are 7 billion humans on Earth. Please, let's not eliminate them one by one.
I asked my wife.
So, David, what do you think? Is Lee telling the truth or is he lying to us?
Dale?
I don't believe a word of it.
If it is true, it's one of the best acting performances I think I've ever seen.
Thank you.
You've
If it's true.
If it's true.
You think it's true?
No, I do not. No, it's
Yeah.
a lie.
OK, David, what are you
We
going to say?
think it's a lie.
You think it's a lie. OK, Lee, truth or lie?
It is, in fact, true.
Not only is it true, but how exciting is this? We've got a picture. There it is, in situ, at the British Lawnmower Museum. Yes, incredible, isn't it, eh? Just a simple tool who donated his dibber to the British Lawnmower Museum.
Possession.
Right, well, in that case, step this way and take the card, read the card to us, and then when you've done that, you can reveal your possession.
In Thailand, I paid £200 to have my portrait painted by a monkey. This is that portrait.
All right.
Can I give you that?
David, what do you think?
There you go.
Treasure it.
What colour shirt were you wearing?
You probably want to ask less what colour shirt I was wearing, what colours were available to the monkey at the time.
You don't particularly remember it's being green.
No, and I don't
Were you
remember having
eating-
4 green ears either.
And what colours were available to the monkey? Blue, red, green, and its own excrement.
That's my face!
Can I just say, I was recently at a zoo where I was painting with chimps. In the North Wales, in the Colwyn Bay Mountain Zoo in Wales, and I tried to get them to paint stuff, and there's no way that they would have done that well.
I'm not being racist, but that's your Welsh chimp. That's all I'm saying.
How big was the chimp?
Well, let me remember now. He was sort of like this. is about that big sat down.
Yeah.
So that plus a couple of chimp's legs.
I honestly don't think that a monkey... There's a sort of mouth on that, and his eyes, there's two blue blobs of eyes.
The monkey
Monkeys can't do that.
You think it's too good, is what you're saying?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think the resemblance is too strong. You've even got your little squinty cockeyed eyes.
Don't push your luck. Things I have to put up with on the show. You're wondering why it's like this, OK?
No, it's him to it. I'm not wondering why.
It could have been better, but he was a surrealist.
David, what are you going to say? Is this monkey story true?
I think it's a lie. I think it's an absolutely pointless act to get a monkey to paint a picture of you, and I think Lee would also have thought that.
I think Rod thinks it's a lie. We know that. Sally?
He looks like a hard man.
Okay.
We wouldn't be easily.
So, David,
Fooled
you're saying
by
lie?
this.
I think
It's a lie.
we all think it's a lie,
OK.
yeah.
Lee?
I'm sorry, but it feels weird being up and not being able to press something. Do you mind?
Not at all.
It is, in fact, a lie.
Yes. What a surprise. It was a lie. Lee
It's a
didn't...
lie. How am I supposed to sell that as a truth? Do you know what? I'm glad it's not mine. How am I supposed to have a chance?
My 4-year-old son is watching. Thanks for doing it, and I'll fix it, and I'll bring it home.
And tell him I want me 200 quid back on that monkey suit.
Yes, it was, of course, a lie. Lee didn't pay £200 to have his portrait painted by a monkey in Thailand. I mean, why would a dumb, hairy beast who spends all day throwing his feces at the wall and scratching his bottom want a portrait from a monkey? It's Lee.
Ooh, possession.
Right, there should be a box under your desk. Would you first of all read the card out and then take the possession out and pop it on the desk?
This is the set of keys I carry around with me every day. I know what every single one is for, apart from one.
OK. Box back on the floor. Just take us through the set of keys, Lee, in your own time. Please don't feel you have to rush.
It's not saying his own time, it's all of our time, really,
Yes.
isn't it? But, OK, carry on.
So now, I've got 3 keys that look very similar, so I have to put those little things on to give you the different colours. And these colours help me a lot, because that's for the blue door, that's for the green door, and that's for the yellow door. Yes. Now, I'll never forget, because the blue door is blue, the yellow door is yellow, and the green one is my next-door neighbour, Shakin' Stevens.
Yeah. And what lies behind those doors?
So that's my front door key,
And that's
which
blue.
genuinely is a blue door, my front door. OK. The green one genuinely is my next door neighbour's key, but it isn't Shakin' Stevens. I'm not an idiot. It's Howard Jones. And the yellow one is the key for the door at the back of the house. Now this one, that's the key for the front door, the bottom lock. What do you call that?
Bolt.
Yes, I wish I could. This unusual-looking key, that's for the money chest. Money chest. That's for a small tin that we keep some money in.
Right.
And some things that we don't want the kids to see.
Why don't you want the kids to see money? And what else
There's
don't
other
you
things
want the
in
kids
there.
to
I don't
see?
mind them seeing the money. It's the other things I don't want them to see.
Like what?
The remains.
So, OK, that's where you keep your money and the remains of those who you've killed.
Yes. Then you've got PBU. That's that one there.
What does PBU stand for?
PBU on the keyring?
Yes.
It's the place for bins, you. It's a little,
Just like that!
Yeah.
He couldn't have made that up. It's true.
We've got one of those outside little shed things you're supposed to put the bins in to make it look tidy. And my wife constantly comes out and says, "There's a place for the bins, you!" And to help me remember, that's the key, I put PBU on the thing.
So you give yourself the job of remembering the night before the bin men are coming to go out, unlock these bins. Every time you go to put some rubbish away, You unlock the bin.
No.
This is none of this.
Because the shed that the bins are kept in doesn't have the lock. The gate leading to the shed that the bins are
What's going in these bins?
My wife dating thinks more of the bins than me. Then we've got this little baby here. Oh, this tells a story. This one is for the safe. But the safe, bizarrely, it was already in the house and it's behind a picture. How exciting. The key has never fitted. We never know what's in the safe.
Now, what is the picture in front of the safe?
The picture in front of the safe?
Yeah.
Oh, that picture.
You know the safe that doesn't exist?
Well,
There's a picture that doesn't exist in front of it.
This is the bit.
It's obviously a painting of your bins.
This is the bit. This is the bit you're going to find.
That must never be taken from the house.
This is the bit you're going to find crazy. It's a picture of the safe. No, it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. And this, David, is the key to your heart. It's not. That is to the side passage. And it's quite annoying. It's quite annoying to get through the side passage because I have to open the gated community to the bins, and that takes me through to the side passage, which I open, and that's all the keys apart from this one. Do you know what that one's for, Fiona? Nobody knows.
And how did you get that key?
That key. Give it to... And this is the bit that's not funny, and I don't want any jokes. My great-grandfather fought in the First World War, and he had a key round his neck, and we don't know what the key was for, but it was passed on. He gave it to his father. His father gave it to his father.
He gave it to his father, so he passed it on backwards in time.
All I will say is, just in summary, I'm not pitching it to you because it is true, but if you don't believe it, quite simply, the story is simple. What is there not to believe? I come home, I make sure the side-gated community to the bins are unlocked so I can get the bins out, leave them on a Tuesday, I let you open the side passage, I get in, lock the side passage, come through to the house, open the safe by moving the picture, I can't open the safe, I always forget, I close the safe, I get the tin, open it up, move the eyeballs, get the money out, close the tin, open the thing, back inside, straight to the front door, which is blue, go out, feed Howard Jones's cat next door, who I accidentally said was Shaking Stevens. What part of that are you telling me?
So what are you going to say, David? What does your team think?
I think we're going to say it's a lie.
Saying it's a lie. Lee! Was it the truth or was it a lie?
It was a lie. Possession.
Right, under the desk is a box. So pop it on the desk very carefully, like that.
I've recently got into baking, and here's a cake I made yesterday, especially for David.
Oh. Oh, it ain't bad, is it?
Let's have a proper look at that cake. That is uncanny.
It's got all of my thousands of teeth.
Why don't we see how close a depiction it is? We have the technology to do what they call split screen. Look down camera one. OK, so talk us through what's gone into making that cake.
Well, what do you want to know first?
How you made it.
OK. Right, first of all, I made the cake bit. Let's call it the cake bit, right? I made the sponge. That's the word. I made the sponge
How
first.
do you make a sponge?
How don't you make a sponge?
How do you make a sponge?
Now, let's do how don't you make a sponge. OK, what you do is you get your eggs and your flour.
Of course.
And then...
How many eggs for a sponge of that size?
I would say for that size, the bottom bit...
Or
David's
the other bit,
bottom.
really, they're the same size.
Oh, no, they're not. They're not, David. Your bottom is a lot bigger than your top are. For the bottom, I use about... I would say I use about 6 eggs for the bottom.
Nadia, 6 eggs for the bottom, yes or no?
12 eggs altogether?
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
I didn't say how I'd made the top sponge.
What temperature did you bake it at?
The room was room temperature at the time. I preheated the oven at 180 degrees because it's fan-assisted, so I knocked off 10% for that.
Oh, right.
Does that sound right, Nadia?
Almost convincing.
Yeah.
Wow.
You knocked off 10%.
You always do knock off 10% if it's fan-assisted. I'm just going to have a little lick of your moustache, David.
I hate to say it, Lee, but you've slightly spoilt my present.
Wait till you eat it and you pass out and wake up in my cellar.
So, 6 eggs per sponge.
No. 3 eggs per top half and bottom half.
OK.
All right.
How long do you leave that sponge in?
I would say... What I tend to do is I don't do it the traditional way of timing it. I keep a good eye on it, and I wait till it's sponge-like and take it out.
OK.
It takes about... I'd say it took me about...
Half an hour,
40
Nadia?
minutes.
I mean, unless you bake, you don't know when you've got a fan-assisted oven.
It's difficult, isn't it?
When you've got a fan-assisted... He seems to know. He seems to know that bit of... You seem to know that bit of information, which is... Not everyone knows that.
Well, people are stupid.
Yeah, well...
Let's go to the centrepiece, the crowning triumph, which is the wonderful visual depiction of David. How did you approach bringing him so vividly to life?
Well...
Talk us through that.
Well, I started off... I tried to do you.
Here we go.
But that came out very bitter.
Lee, even though you violated David's face, who would like to try a piece?
I'll try some.
All right. Now, what flavour is it, just so we know when we taste it?
It's a sort of... It's an orangey citrus invention.
OK, here we go. Here's the first slice. This is going to Diane.
Yes.
There you go. And then Bob.
How would you describe the flavour, Diane? I won't be insulted.
It's very dry.
Well, it wasn't dry when I made it last week. David, would you like a slice of your own head?
Yeah, Nadia, you be the judge.
Listen, don't hold back. I can take it.
You can all have this. It looks like cake and it tastes like cake.
But it acts like a carpet.
It's dry enough for me to believe that you might have made it.
What are you thinking, Michael?
I think that he's been doing a bit of baking. I think he's made it.
I think it's bad enough for him to have baked it.
Whoa!
And Michael, you also think...
Unfair.
You also think he did it?
I think he did.
Yeah, I think maybe...
This is cutting your eye.
You know, often on this show you say I don't see things from your point of view. Well, let's... Is everyone still here?
David, it's time to decide. Was it the truth or was it a lie?
Well, we think it could be true.
You're going to say true? Yeah. OK, Lee.
I'm going to keep these and take them home. And wear them when I make love to my wife.
All right. Was it the truth or was it a lie?
Well, actually, it is, in fact, a lie.
Lee, if you step out from behind the desk, read the card first.
When I ran out of petrol with my kids in the car, the only way I could get to the nearest garage quickly was on this.
Yeah. Pop that down there, sir. Brilliant.
So where did you break down?
I broke down just after this round, crying. It was a country lane.
Whereabouts in the world?
It was just somewhere around Oxfordshire. You're from Oxfordshire, aren't you?
Yes.
Let's change that. It was somewhere just around Oxfordshire.
And this was in the car?
This was not in the car. This belonged to a farmer.
Belonged to a farmer?
The smallest, campest farmer you can imagine. So I run out of petrol, we're in the middle of nowhere, I pull over near the hedgerow bit.
Yeah.
And then I remember passing a petrol station back there.
How far? A mile? Half a mile?
About a mile and a half.
Mile and a half?
A mile and a half? And you didn't just think, I'll walk a mile and a half?
No, it's not, it's 3 miles, isn't it? Because you've got to get back as well.
That's
got
true.
you there, isn't he?
Yes.
I have to say, what with you all Oxbridge and everything and him having no education, that's quite embarrassing.
But still, 3 miles, that's not that far.
3 miles is a long way when you've got children in the car crying.
Well, hold on then. If you did 3 miles on it, you can definitely do 4 yards. So let's have a look at you on the bike.
And then, let me finish the story. And I remember happened was I came back with a petrol canister falling off and damaging my leg and vowing that day never, ever to ride one of these beasts again. Would you like me to demonstrate me riding the bike?
I think so.
I'd kill you for this.
Go around the back, round to the side of Sarah, you can do it from there.
OK, I'm not feeling as young as I used to be, so I may not be able to do a wheelie. Right.
Is it all coming back?
And you had the petrol can as well, of course.
That's it, keep going, keep going. Over the ramp, over the ramp.
I've got the petrol can! It's all right. Ow! I've gone over there! I've got the petrol can! I'm coming, kids! Kids, I'm coming! Stop crying! Tell your mother not to divorce me! I've got the can! Yes.
Just like that, yes, yes.
Now I can see it would have been a big help.
Can I make a comment? You're very out of breath.
Yes, I am.
And you've done one lap of this. Now, you're telling us that you cycled 3 miles.
Yes.
Do you remember having a coronary arrest at the end of the journey?
I was a lot younger in those days.
Why? When was it?
This was just after Christmas.
Lee, what are you doing?
I'm thinking in a minute I'm going to go wheelie the bike to the edge.
They're saying in my ear it seems like a very bad idea. I say, let it have a go.
Oh, they're saying to you, this is a bad idea. How do you think I feel? What, you mean the day people have said, pretend that you stole a child's bike and went to a petrol station, and they're saying I'm the one with the bad idea? Can I just say, Rob, come here. You with your little body. Come on.
Will you help me onto it?
Right, I'll sit here and do the easy bit. Right, I think I'm just going to make him cycle around for a while. I'm doing Rob Brydon.
Oh.
Fair play. Do you want me to help you onto the seat? Oh, jump!
Thank you. So, while Lee brings that huge bike back up, what are you thinking?
Stop me if you object, but I think we're going to say that it's a lie.
You're saying it's a lie? All right.
Yeah.
It is, in fact, a lie!
Yes, it's a lie. Lee didn't ride a child's bike to a petrol station.
Stupid game!
It's Lee.
Oh. Says possession.
Right, under the desk is a box. If you bring the box onto the desk. Now, read the card first and then show us the possession.
I recently took a crash course in taxidermy, by the end of which I've managed to make this.
OK, show us what this is. Pop it onto the desk. David's team, where would you like to begin?
What is it? I can't see it.
Can we have a proper look?
That, Sheila, is what I call mouse on a skateboard.
Would you like me to take it across?
Please do.
What's it made of?
Made of mouse. With a little bit of skateboard.
Oh, no! Oh.
How was he killed? He looks like he was...
I should point out that he wasn't killed. He was found dead naturally.
Looks like he was found walking down a very small alley.
Careful, took ages.
Oh.
OK, first of all, how long was this course?
This is the first course. The course is... well, it takes place over about 16 weeks, so 4 months.
A crash course that's...
Taxidermy takes years to perfect. This is a crash.
And how often did you go?
It happens every week.
Once a week.
for 16 weeks.
That's not a crash course. That's an evening class.
No, not in relation to the proper course to become a professional taxidermist.
Well, that goes on for 25 years and you meet once every 6 months?
That takes 4 years, or until the animal dies.
Can you... How did you do that mouse?
Basically, I found a mouse.
Where?
There, on the stair. And it had little clogs on. I found the mouse actually in the cage which it was kept in because it was my child's pet.
And it was skateboarding?
No, it wasn't skateboarding. My son was a skateboarder, and that's why he wanted the mouse on the skateboard.
What did you do with the mouse that you found?
Well, the first thing I did was I had to break the news to my son, and I said, your mouse is dead. So that was that covered. And then he said, oh, I don't want to lose him forever. And I said, in that case, it's the crash course at the taxidermy.
So wait a minute, the mouse dies.
Correct.
You have a conversation with your son. What are we going to do? Let's stuff him. I know, I'll learn. I won't get a professional animal stuffer.
And that's because...
I'll learn to do it. You ring up the course. They say there happens to be a 16-week course starting next week.
How many people were on the course?
I would say there was 12, 14, something like that.
12.
There was 12. 12, yes. Sorry, no, it was a disciples' convention.
Talk me through them. What sort of people were they?
It was Matthew, Mark, Luke... Oh, sorry, there was a guy called Thomas. He wasn't sure if he wanted to be there.
Tell us what you do.
The first thing you've got to do is always check that the mouse is actually dead.
So, sorry, it's always a... It's always a mouse. This course is just for mouse stuffers. No one had anything else they were interested in. So everyone, all 12 of you turn up, sit down, get your mouse out.
You've got to remember that it's an introductory course. There was one guy, just one guy, Brian,
a good entry
turned up with a giraffe. He turned up with a giraffe and you went, you want the advanced course, mate, because we can't do this in 16 weeks. Next door, the one that's got the, the Velux windows. You can only stuff a giraffe if you've got Velux windows. That's the first thing you learn.
What did you scoop the inside out?
Thank you. Is someone finally interested in the art form? First thing you've got to do is get rid of the inside of the mouse.
How?
How'd you do that?
How? Good question, Shirley. You get a sharp blade and you make an incision from the back of the skull all the way down to the tail.
So what happens when you make that incision down the spine?
Down the spine, yeah.
What happens?
So now I can only be described as a very, very horrific pop-up book because I opened it up like that, and it's not a pretty sight. I would describe it as sort of mouse spine-like. And I went all like that. And the fella said, first rule of get stuffed, taxidermy, crash course. He said, this is the interesting bit. He went, is never, ever open them from the back. I learned a lesson. You've got to learn, haven't you? You've got to learn. You've got to learn.
So what did you do?
Well, it means you got me needle and thread.
So you stitched the mouse back up?
Stitch the mouse back up, get him back to how he was.
Right.
Turn him over, slice down the middle.
And then what did you do?
You have to... Effectively, there's no easy way of saying it. I had to scrape out his insides.
With what?
With the tools that they give you.
What sort of tool is it?
Well, there's many, many tools. You know those weird things you get when you're trying to get the last bit of lobster out of the claw? Then it's like a little fork. It
wouldn't work with a giraffe, though,
Oh,
would
no,
it?
just a giraffe. All you need for a giraffe is a spade and loads of bamboo.
OK, so you scoop out...
We learned that on day 4.
What do you put back in to give him that healthy...
You build individual fragments of bone shapes, but out of metal, and glue them all together. It takes 15 weeks on a Thursday night.
What do you think, David? It sounds very plausible to me, but what does your team think?
Sheila, what do you think?
No, I think it's a lie.
You think it's a lie?
I can't see why anyone wouldn't believe that.
I don't think there's any level on which any of us believe that.
They're saying it's a lie. Lee?
Yeah.
Is it the truth, or is it a lie?
Oh, I actually have to go through the thing of pressing the button. Lie.
Place the item from the box on top of the desk first, and then read out the card. Thank you.
This is my lucky dice. I can always roll a 6 with it in 3 goes.
David.
Yeah!
Well, yeah, go on then.
Do you want to know how I came to discover this?
Yes, please.
Just found it in a box.
How long have you had it?
I've had it for about 20 years. Oh, the dice. I thought you meant my syphilis.
Where did you get it?
I got it from a woman in Highgate.
I meant the syphilis.
Sorry. I paid for it, $4.99.
Who meant the dice?
Full of spots.
When did you first discover that you had that these dice or die were indeed lucky?
I was walking the back streets of Hong Kong.
Yes.
I'm down this dark alley.
Right.
There's a weird shop staying open late. I go in, a small bell rings, and a small Chinese man was there. Hang on, this is Gremlins, forget this. This, I got it from Hamleys.
Give us some examples of when you've used this lucky dice.
Well, I've used it. It helped me get together with my first girlfriend.
Oh, do tell.
Yeah, that was her name. It wasn't a real name. It was Janet.
Janet. It helped you get together with Janet.
It helped me get together with Janet, my first girlfriend, because she was a big fan of magic.
Right.
And I said, oh, I can do a magic trick. And she said, what's that? I said, see this dice? I can guarantee, at any point I can roll it 3 times, and I will always get a 6.
And how many times did you do it before Janet said, I love you?
She never expressed her love for me. But after I rolled it once, we slept together.
Well, maybe we should put this lucky dice to the test. Now, to get a proper view, why don't you could come out and use this bit of stage here. You'd be like one of those New York crap shooters from Guys and Dolls.
I mean, when would you like me to get it? Straight away, would that just ruin it? I think a bit of tension for the last roll.
Bit of tension, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's
It's
make it
never
number
gone
3.
wrong in 20 years. I swallowed it. There's the first one. What is it, madam? 5. Oh, sorry, sir. Sorry. Awkward. It's Janet!
So, there's no worries. You've got 2 left.
OK. Here we go. I mean, be honest, it's pretty gripping, isn't it? It's actually pretty gripping stuff, isn't it? Here we go.
Well, people watched Deal or No Deal, didn't they?
Attempt number 2. Here we go. It's a 3. So you're sticking to your promise of waiting for the 3rd roll. Where are you going?
Have a little sit down. So, what do we think? Is it true or is it...
You have to follow through on your promises. Right, here we go.
Come on.
Here we go.
Let me say that I personally am convinced that Lee is telling a lie, but that nevertheless he will now roll a 6.
Here he goes. Lee Mack, 3rd roll. Got to be a 6. It's rolling.
What do you think?
So what numbers did I get? Can anyone remember?
5, 3 and 2.
So they don't add up to 6 either, do they?
What do you think?
Can I just check? Is this definitely the dice I brought in?
I've got an idea. we can make this work by we retake Lee reading the card, and he says, "This is my dice. It occasionally rolls a 6."
So, what are you going to say then, Johnny?
Lie.
Lie. Lee, truth or lie?
It was a lie.
Lee.
Ooh, possession.
Oh, right, you're going to pick the box up then from under the desk?
Well, you say box.
Oh, sorry, the tube. The tube.
Yes. This is my wall map of the UK. I have marked every service station that I have ever visited on it.
Oh, OK.
I can so see him doing that.
Yeah. This from a man who was criticising somebody else for photographing a beige carpet.
Wow. Sorry, are they little stickers?
Yes.
Sorry?
There are 2 colours of stickers.
There are 2 colours of stickers.
What do they represent?
The orange ones. These are the orange ones, orange ones.
Yeah.
And I've also done blue ones.
But why?
Why? So I could differentiate between the 2 types of service stations.
Why?
I'm about to tell you.
OK, well, come on.
Just give me a second.
Sometimes Lee likes to finish his own sentences, sometimes not.
They are basically 2 differentiating service stations. I use orange if I am heading north and blue if I'm heading south. Or, if I'm heading west, I also go for blue. In east, I go for orange.
Well, you have headed north a lot more than you've headed west or east. I mean, how did you get back here?
They're actually equal if you count them.
Looks like there are loads more orange. Now, that one in Scotland there, on the
I can't believe you know where Scotland is, David. Well done.
Near Inverness, there's one.
That one there?
That one there. Reminisce about that.
Do you know, I will reminisce about that. I went through to the main pasty area, where I ordered my Ginster's pasty, and may I say Aberdeen service station, it was absolutely the perfect temperature. This is really hurting my arm.
OK, you can put it down. One more question, though.
One more. Have a look.
Yeah, one more question, though.
You don't have to spoil it with the details.
If you want to have a look, they can have a look.
Can they?
Yeah.
These are all motorway service.
Yeah. Oh, you're all coming, are you?
Well,
Yeah.
There's an F and an asterisk. What do they denote?
They know fantastic. And the asterisk is... there's not a word. Blows my mind. Blows my mind, the asterisk.
And how many years of touring does this represent?
Oh, it's not just touring. I'll do it when I'm on holiday. I'll do it wherever I go.
You know when you said that there were about the same number of orange and blue? There's 7 blues and 33 oranges.
You're going to be laughing on the other side of your face when in the next round I say I am colourblind.
So, David, it's time to take a guess.
Aberdeen service station doesn't ring true.
It's definitely... I wonder, with the Aberdeen one, that's right outside Aberdeen. So you stopped at a service station about 6 minutes after departing.
If it's on empty, I stop and fill it up.
Certainly,
Which 33 times out of 40 happens when heading north.
Yes, it's uphill.
You could... Lie.
You're saying lie quite conclusively. Lee, is it the truth or is it, in fact, a lie?
It is, in fact, a lie.
No. It's a lie. That's not...
Can I just say to the idiots that come up with these questions, as if it's not hard enough that I put little stickers on a map because I fill up and I like to get... They'll think, oh, no, how can we make it more harder? Well, I have 4 of them with blue on, 1 with an F and 1 with a bloody asterisk. How the hell am I supposed to do that?
It's really difficult.
Just say, why don't you just stick one in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean?
Possession. All right, take out the box, pop it on the desk and read the card.
It's a set of children's cutlery. This is the children's cutlery I used when I went on a special diet. It helped to make the portions on my plate seem bigger.
David's team, do you believe that?
So, Lee, how long did you use the cutlery for, then?
Well, if it was a big meal, 10 minutes.
In terms of weeks or months? How long
Nothing was that big.
How long was the period of your life for which you used children's cutlery in order to lose weight?
Swallow this.
I know it doesn't take you that long to invent 6 months.
6 months.
Did you sort of take them, if you were going to a restaurant, did you take them with you?
No, I think you're mixing it with a lunatic. You know, it's not a great... I mean, Keely, would you really want that on a date if I said, so, how did the tennis go, love? I could take it into the bedroom and go, you don't think it's big? Look at it again, it's this. And that's the salad fork, let me tell you.
And what gave you the idea? Where was the inspiration for this?
I read it in a book.
You read it in a book?
Yes.
Which book was that?
The Book of Dieting.
The Book of Dieting?
No, it was
a big book of stupid dieting.
Right, David, what do you think?
It's a lie. It's a lie.
All right, Keely, are you in agreement with the rest of us?
I think that's a lie.
So you're saying no? OK. Lee Mack, were you telling the truth there?
It was a lie.
What a shock. It was a lie. Lee did not go on a diet which involved using children's cutlery for every meal to make his portions seem bigger.